Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and welcome to 333 Magic 9, where the tarot cards and the astrology stars come together to help you. Now, there is a lot of changing energy in the world, and it is affecting your life. So if you need a spiritual reading with a little extra guidance with astrology, then please feel free to click on the link below. It'll give you great insight into what is coming at your life personally. Now, here's the energy that is affecting your sign in general. The tarot cards that we'll be using this month will correspond with the astrology. They are the King of Swords, which represents cutting things out that need to be cut. The Eight of Wands, which represents communications and activity. The Nine of Pentacles, which represents stability of purpose, and the Wheel of Fortune, which represents opportunity and the future. Pisces, the tarot card for the first week, is the King of Swords. Look at him. Woo! He is strong and he is determined. Now, these are qualities that you may need this week, even though the week begins without too much challenge. It's a little bit easy. Towards the end of the week, there is a challenge that demands cutting, King of Swords, frivolous activities. So important changes can be made, and you need to be a little bit cautious because Neptune, your ruler, is involved in a square to Mars. We'll talk about that in a second. So as we look down here in the astrology, the month begins with Mercury sextile to Pluto. That's a good energy. It connects your 1st and 11th houses. It suggests you listen to deep inner feelings about social commitments and friends. Don't take people for granted and don't let them take you for granted. Venus will then sextile Mars. That's another very nice aspect. It connects your 2nd and 4th houses, and this can help deepen your sense of trust with the people that you love. Then, here comes the sword. Mars squares Neptune at the end of the week, and he's going to suggest that you keep your personal family secrets secret. So your energy is very receptive with Neptune in the 1st house, and this can cause some confusion, and that might just overflow into the home, and you don't want that to happen. As we move into the 2nd week, the Eight of Wands is the tarot card. Now look at that card. Look at all the energy. Look at all the motion in that card. And you'll get a sense of all the energy that is happening down here in the astrology. Oh my God, it's like craziness. So there's lots of possibilities, lots of energy floating around this week. So you're going to have to listen carefully to the messages, to the communications that come to you, and you have to make smart choices. This is actually a very positive energy and a very positive week, and you can act on the clarity of your intuition, but the key word there is clarity. So as we look into the astrology, the week begins with a flurry of activity that includes positive aspects to Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. Boy, I don't care if you're working or you're playing, that should keep you busy. Now the new moon will be lit up here. Okay, look at that sun and the moon will be down there. There'll be even more energy down in that house. And that has got to keep you interested in exactly what you're doing as far as resources are concerned. So you can focus on important issues, especially when it deals with money or your personal resources. And you might even think of what you could do to improve your talents. That might be helpful to you as well. Now, the entry of Venus into Taurus, so Venus is moving into Taurus down there, can bring a midweek rest period, a little time period for rest. But take advantage of that because, woohoo, the energy comes back again. And there's a burst of energy towards the weekend, and that might bring you out to some weekend warrior stuff or maybe even a party. So enjoy. The card for the third week is the Nine of Pentacles. And this tarot card is really one that almost always suggests a sense of self-control, stability of purpose, and you're not one to be easily rattled by anything that comes along. So there is going to be some challenges that are going to be coming, but what this energy represents is you can use those challenges for your progression and you can turn them into your advantage. So that's a very good energy. So as we look down into the astrology, we can see that there is a mixture of positive and challenging energies. Mercury and Venus in your third house will conjunct very exciting Uranus, and this can bring sudden and unexpected opportunities to understand how your thinking creates your world. Now, this will be really helpful a few days later because Mercury and Venus will be together and they will square Saturn. Now, this is where, if you understand how your mind works, you can understand how your own limitations, your personal limitations, your personal fears may weigh you down. So don't let that happen. And remember this, other people may not have the same values, they might not have the same logic, and they may not think the same way you do, and that's fine. The tarot card for the fourth week is the Wheel of Fortune. Woohoo! That's a great card. Now, this is an exciting energy, and it points to the future, and it points to the possibility of getting some good luck. Now, this is a good time to put new plans into action. And, you know, even if you don't, the universe just might kick you in the butt a little bit to get you moving. Because the universe is actually moving in your favor. So that's a good thing. But remember this, good fortune is almost always the reward for hard work. Now, as we look into the astrology, we're going to see that the energy is changing in a very subtle way. Pluto is going retrograde, and Pluto is a very slow-moving planet, but it suggests that you may have to reevaluate your social world. You know, what kind of changes might you need to make in how you, really are out in the world and dealing with people on a career and social basis as well. So be aware of that and know if there are things that you have to change. This is time to know what has to go and what has to grow. This can be very much reinforced by the conjunction down here of the Sun and Uranus, and this is happening in the house of mind, and that can bring sudden and unexpected realizations about how you actually communicate with others, how you think, how you analyze data. So this can be really important, and it almost demands that you use your common sense and your logic when you're dealing with new ideas. You need to find a way to make them productive. Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and this is my story. If you are a spiritual seeker, it may help you on your journey. I believe your spiritual development is as important as your religion. If you look at Christianity, it focuses on the life of Jesus. But Jesus was never a Christian. He was Jewish. If this thought intrigues you, you'll enjoy my new book, Light from Water, Freeing Jesus. It's available on Amazon.com and through fine bookstores. And it may help you on your spiritual journey. I'd like to thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe because these videos are free, and hit the little bell for notifications. And for a special offer, visit my website, internetpsychicreadings.com.